Good morning, students. As we have started the topic objectives resolution in the subject of history of O levels, and other very important question in this topic is how far has the objectives resolution of 1949 been implemented by successive governments of Pakistan? Very important question. So concentrate yourself. We are going to start now. The objectives resolution was passed by the National Assembly in March 1949. Its main purpose was to identify the aims and objectives of the future constitution of Pakistan. It contained the guiding principles on which the future constitution of Pakistan was to be framed. The main articles of the objectives resolution were as follows. Sovereignty over the entire universe belonged to Allah. This is the first article of the objectives resolution. The next article was the authority delegated by God is a sacred trust which will be used by the representatives of the people in the light of the Quran and Sunnah. Next article was federal system of the government will be introduced. Next article was principle of democracy, equality, freedom and social justice was enunciated by Islam shall be fully observed. Next article was maximum effort shall be made to enable the Muslims to mold their lives in accordance with the teachings and requirements of Islam. Next article was rights and interests of the minorities to freely profess and practice their religion will be safeguarded. The next article was all efforts will be made for the development and progress of the underdeveloped areas. Next article was fundamental rights of all citizens shall be fully protected. And the last article was judiciary shall be fully independent. So these were the articles which you have to learn, because you have to write down these articles in the paper. These are the articles of the objectives resolution. The main drawback in the resolution was that no timetable was given for finalizing the constitution. The resolution gave no hint about the division of the power between the center and the provinces. This created complications later on. The first constitution of the Pakistan was enforced in 1956, which remained in force for 2 years. In 1962, another constitution was given by Ayub Khan. This constitution was abrogated in 1969 by Yahya Khan. The third constitution was enforced in 1973 by Zulfikar Ali Bhutto. All three constitutions included the objectives resolution as a preamble. All successive governments have taken special steps to implement the objectives resolution in letter and spirit. Pakistan was named as Islamic Republic of Pakistan in all three constitutions. A number of the Islamic provisions have been included in all three constitutions in accordance with the requirements of the objectives resolution. In Pakistan, federal system of the government prevails. Sufficient degree of the provincial autonomy was granted to the provinces. But the provision of the democracy, equality, and social justice could not be maintained in Pakistan. Democratic process has been halted and disturbed several times by imposition of the martial law. All successive governments have set up council of the Islamic ideology to guide the people to mold their lives in accordance with the teachings of Islam. In Pakistan, rights of the minorities had been fully safeguarded, but the provision of the separate electorate for minorities was greatly criticized by minority members who preferred joint electorate. Development and progress of the underdeveloped areas has been taken up according to the funds available for this purpose. On account of the imposition of the martial law in the country, the judiciary has not always been independent. Martial law was supported by the courts under the law of the necessity. So this was the question. Again, look at the question. The question was, how far has the Objectives Resolution in 1949 been implemented by the successive governments of the Pakistan? So first you have to write down all the articles of the Objectives Resolution and then discuss the implementation by the successive governments. So from here, this was the implementation. So this is very important question, students, as far as papers are concerned. So read this lecture again and make your notes. Thank you so much.